All right, strap yourselves in because we're diving headfirst into everything we know so far about GTA 6.
Oh, it's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, think back to early 2022. Rockstar drops that bombshell, confirming they're actually working on it. And then radio silence.
Pretty much. Until, boom, late 2023, we get that killer trailer.
Which sent the internet into meltdown, of course.
Of course. And since then...
Oh,
well, let's just say the rumor mill's been working overtime.
Overtime is an understatement.
Yeah.
But hey, that's what we're here for, right? To sift through the hype, the leaks, the official bits and pieces.
Exactly.
We've got the trailer, some news reports that seem pretty solid, and even some whispers, shall we say, from folks who've been in Rockstar's inner circle.
Always juicy.
And what does it all point to? A return to Vice City.
Looking that way.
Maybe even dual protagonists. How cool would that be?
Very cool.
And a world that could actually keep growing even after release.
Now that's ambitious.
Rockstar does love to push the boundaries, don't they?
They do. And it makes you wonder, what are they really trying to achieve with this one? I mean, it's not just the game they're building. It's like a whole universe they want us to live in.
For years. That's the plan, right? Keep us hooked for years to come.
It seems so.
But before we get lost in all that, let's nail down the basics. When can we actually hope to get our hands on this bad boy?
Well, the official line is fall 2025.
Okay.
But that's just for PS5 and Xbox Series XS.
Right. The PC crowd's gonna have to wait a bit longer.
A bit longer, yeah. No firm date yet, though.
Typical Rockstar, keeping us hanging.
They know how to build suspense. But even with the wait, the hype is real.
Real is putting it mildly. Some analysts are predicting this could be one of the biggest entertainment launches.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Potentially raking in over $1 billion in pre-orders alone.
$1 billion. Yeah, I saw those figures, too. Makes you wonder what kind of pressure that puts on Rockstar, huh?
To deliver.
Absolutely. If it doesn't live up to the hype, that backlash could be brutal.
Oh, no doubt about it. But let's focus on the good stuff. The setting, we all knew it was coming. But seeing it confirmed in the trailer?
Priceless.
We are going back to Vice City.
Or at least a fictionalized Miami and its surroundings.
Right. They're calling it Leonida.
Which is a clever nod to the real-life county, Leon County.
Exactly. But the vibes, oh man, the vibes are pure Vice City.
Oh, yeah. Beaches, neon everywhere, that pulsating nightlife.
Even threw in an alligator lurking in the shadows for good measure.
They love those little details. It's clear they're tapping into that nostalgia factor.
Big time. But they're also, adding their own 2025 spin on it.
It's not just a rehash.
Yeah.
Definitely not. It's Vice City, but evolved.
I'm already picturing storylines ripped straight from Starface or Miami Vice, but with that modern Rockstar edge.
Oh, for sure. Imagine the potential storylines about, like, the dark underbelly of a city obsessed with wealth.
Ooh, I like where you're going with this.
The allure and the pitfalls of the American dream, playing out against this backdrop of excess.
Man, the setting itself is practically a character. And speaking of characters, let's talk about Lucia.
Ah, yes. Our first confirmed protagonist.
And a female protagonist, which is huge for the GTA series.
It is, and in the trailer, she's a total badass.
Seriously, she's pulling off moves I can't even comprehend.
Agile, determined, and there's something in her eyes, like a hint of a troubled past.
Right. Maybe some time behind bars. It makes you wonder what events shaped her into the person we see.
What's her story? What are her motives? They've given us just enough to pique our curiosity.
And then there's the whole mystery of the second playable character.
The partner, right.
Yeah.
The trailer definitely hints at a duo working together on these heists.
Giving off major Bonnie and Clyde vibes.
Totally. And it makes you wonder, is this going to be the first GTA game with dual protagonists?
If it is, that changes everything. The storytelling, the gameplay, the whole dynamic.
Right. Imagine switching between these two characters, each with their own skills, their own missions, their own outlook on things.
It could be the most complex and nuanced narrative we've ever seen in a GTA game.
No doubt. And then there's the question of how they'll interact,
Yeah, like will they always be on the same page? Or will we see betrayals, double crosses?
Oh, the drama. And from a gameplay perspective, think about it. Will we be able to freely switch between them? Or will the story dictate who we control at certain points?
So many possibilities. And speaking of possibilities, how about this one? What if the map itself isn't static?
You mean like it keeps evolving even after release?
Exactly. Rockstar's hinted at this idea of post-release expansions, adding new cities, new interiors.
Whoa, regularly.
Regularly. Imagine that, a world that keeps growing and changing long after you start playing.
That's crazy ambitious. It could revolutionize open world gaming, seriously.
It would. Think about the longevity, the constant stream of new stuff to discover.
It'd be like an MMO almost,
Yeah.
but with that signature Rockstar quality.
Exactly. But how would they even pull that off, development-wise?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Are we talking minor updates or massive expansions that rival the original map?
We'll have to wait and see, but one thing's for sure, they're aiming for something unprecedented.
They always are.
And if they nail it, it could change the way we think about game releases altogether. No more one-and-done experiences. It'll be like GTA 6 becomes this platform
For ongoing story.
for constant updates and
The
innovations.
possibilities are mind-boggling.
They really are. But let's take a step back for a minute and focus on what we know we're getting, for sure. We're going back to Vice City. I mean, Leonida and Rockstar is famous for their attention to detail when it comes to recreating real-world locations.
Oh, absolutely. Remember Los Santos in GTA 5? They practically built a one-to-one replica of LA.
It was insane. So imagine what they can do with Miami, with its beaches, its Art Deco architecture, its Latin culture.
They could really capture the essence of the city.
I'm picturing myself cruising down Ocean Drive, the sun setting, 80s synthwave blasting on the radio, palm trees swaying in the breeze.
Sounds pretty idyllic. And don't forget, they're also incorporating the surrounding areas. We've heard about swamps, bridges.
Maybe even areas inspired by the Florida Keys?
Could be. It sounds like they're aiming for a map that's both diverse and expansive. One that goes beyond the city limits.
Which would make sense if they're planning to expand it over time. Maybe we start with a core area, and then new regions unlock as we play.
That's a clever way to manage the scope of the game and keep players engaged.
Totally. It also gives them the flexibility to experiment with different environments and gameplay styles.
Exactly. Imagine high-speed chases through the neon-lit streets of Leonida.
Then stealth missions in the murky swamps.
And intense firefights on the bridges connecting the islands.
Ooh, I'm already getting excited about exploring those swamps.
Watch out for alligators.
Speaking of alligators, remember that one lurking in the shadows in the trailer? Just a brief glimpse, but it got me thinking about all the little details that Rockstar is known for.
Oh, yeah. Those details are what make their worlds feel so alive, so immersive.
It's not just about recreating the look of a place. It's about capturing its atmosphere, its energy.
And sometimes those details can be pretty dark and twisted.
Which is part of what makes GTA so compelling. It's that blend of humor, satire, and unflinching social commentary.
That's what sets it apart. And with GTA 6, I'm really curious to see how they tackle those themes, especially given the current social and political climate.
It's a different world now than it was when GTA 5 came out. Will they shy away from controversial topics, or will they lean in even further?
It's a tough call. But I have a feeling they'll find a way to address those issues in a way that's both entertaining and thought-provoking.
They've never been afraid to push boundaries, that's for sure.
And with the potential for ongoing updates, who knows? They could even address current events as they happen.
Whoa, that would be insane.
It would blur the lines between fiction and reality in a way we've never seen before, but it would also be risky.
Yeah, they'd have to be careful not to trivialize important issues.
Absolutely. It's a high-stakes game, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Rockstar.
They've consistently pushed the limits of interactive storytelling. They're not afraid to take risks.
And with GTA 6, it feels like they're aiming for something truly transformative.
Like, they're not just making a game, they're creating an experience that could redefine the entire industry.
It's exciting, isn't it?
It is. But let's not forget about that massive gameplay leak that happened back in 2022.
Oh man, that was a doozy. One of the biggest leaks in gaming history.
Hours of early development footage just out there for everyone to see.
It was a PR nightmare for Rockstar, no doubt about it.
But they handled it remarkably well, I thought.
Yeah, they did. Acknowledged the leak, assured fans that it wouldn't affect development, and then they kind of flipped it around and used it to their advantage.
By officially releasing the trailer shortly afterward.
Exactly. A masterclass in crisis management, really.
It was. And the crazy thing is, the leak doesn't seem to have hurt the hype at all.
If anything, it's just fueled it.
People are that hungry for any glimpse into the world of GTA 6, even unfinished footage.
It's a testament to the power of the brand.
It really is. And it's a reminder of the challenges developers face in today's world, with leaks becoming more and more common.
Yeah, it's tough. But it's also a reminder that even with the leaks, there's still so much we don't know about GTA 6.
Oh, tons. We've seen snippets, but the full picture, still a mystery.
And that's part of what makes it so exciting.
Absolutely. So let's dig into some of the specifics. We've talked about Lucia and her potential partner, but what do we actually know about them? What are their backstories? What motivates them?
Well, her partner remains nameless for now, which just adds to the intrigue.
Oh, definitely.
In the trailer, they're clearly working together, but their dynamic is still pretty vague. Is it purely professional? Or is there a romantic angle, like that Bonnie and Clyde comparison you made earlier?
Ooh, I love that theory. It would add so much complexity to their relationship.
Imagine the drama. What if their personal feelings start to interfere with their criminal activities?
The conflict, the betrayals. It would be like a Shakespearean tragedy set in the neon-soaked streets of Vice City.
Now that's an image. And then there's the whole question of their skills. What are they each good at? And how will that translate into gameplay?
Ooh, that's a good point. What if one's a master hacker and the other's an expert in combat?
Or maybe one's all about stealth and infiltration, while the other's a total brute force specialist.
I love it. Imagine if their skills were intertwined in a way that encouraged you to switch between them strategically.
That would add a whole new dimension to the gameplay.
And think about the co-op potential. You and a friend teaming up, each taking on the role of one of the protagonists.
Oh, man. Working together to pull off these elaborate heists, coordinating your actions, experiencing the world from two different perspectives.
It would be the ultimate GTA experience.
It really would.
Okay, let's shift gears for a sec and talk about the setting again. We've talked about the potential for a huge map that includes Leonida and its surrounding areas.
Right, the city and beyond.
But what about specific locations? What do we know we might actually see in the game?
Well, the trailer showed us some familiar landmarks, like Ocean Drive and that classic Vice City skyline. And we also saw glimpses of what looked like swamps, bridges.
Those bridges looked massive.
They did. And then there are the rumors about areas inspired by the Florida Keys.
Oh man, imagine cruising down a highway that stretches across a chain of tropical islands with turquoise water on either side.
That would be incredible. And it would open up all sorts of new possibilities for water-based activities, like high-speed boat chases, underwater exploration.
Maybe even encounters with sharks. I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
Me too. The potential for environmental diversity is huge, and that's something I'm really excited about. It sounds like they're pushing the boundaries of what's possible in an open-world game.
And it's not just about visual variety either. Different environments will lead to different gameplay challenges and opportunities.
Exactly. Think about it. High-speed chases through the city streets, stealth missions in the swamps, intense firefights on those bridges.
It sounds like they're crafting a world that caters to all sorts of playstyles, which has always been a hallmark of GTA.
Whether you prefer stealth, driving, or going in guns blazing, there's something for everyone.
And with the potential for an evolving map, those options could expand even further over time.
Imagine new areas opening up, each with its own unique activities, missions, challenges.
It's almost like they're creating a living, breathing world that's constantly changing and surprising you.
It's an incredibly ambitious concept.
It is.
Yeah.
But hey, Rockstar loves a challenge, and I have a feeling they're up to it.
Oh, I have no doubt about that.
Okay, let's talk about something that's very important to me. The music. GTA soundtracks are legendary.
They really are.
And I have high hopes for what they'll do with GTA 6.
They set a high bar with GTA 5. That soundtrack was amazing. Classic rock, hip-hop, electronica, everything.
And they even had a dedicated radio station hosted by Laszlo Jones.
A classic. I spent hours just cruising around Los Santos, listening to the radio, soaking in the atmosphere.
Me too. And the song they used in the GTA 6 trailer, Love is a Long Road by Tom Petty, already has me feeling all nostalgic.
It's a perfect fit for the setting and the themes of the game.
It really is. And it's a classic rock anthem, which makes me think they might be leaning into that sound for the soundtrack.
Which would be awesome. I could already picture myself cruising down Ocean Drive, windows down, 80s synthwave blasting.
Or maybe driving through the swamps, listening to some bluesy southern rock.
The possibilities are endless. And with the potential for an evolving map, they could even introduce new radio stations and music genres over time.
Right. Keeps the soundtrack fresh and exciting.
Another way to keep players engaged and coming back for more. Rockstar's all about those details.
They are. Okay, let's talk business for a minute. GTA 6 is projected to be one of the biggest entertainment launches ever.
Oh, absolutely.
And that comes with some serious financial implications.
No doubt. Analysts are predicting billions of dollars in revenue. It could be one of the most successful entertainment products of all time.
It's crazy. And some people are saying it might even be priced higher than the standard $70.
Could be. Maybe $80, even $100.
I'm curious to see what they decide. And then there's the whole thing with other game publishers being afraid to release their games anywhere near GTA 6's launch window.
Right, like they're terrified of getting swallowed up by the hype.
It's like a black hole sucking all the attention and revenue towards itself.
But hey, maybe it's an opportunity for indie developers. Release their games during the GTA 6 frenzy and ride the wave.
That's a good point. It's all about strategy. Speaking of strategy, have you seen the reports about how GTA 6 could impact the console market?
You mean the rumors about it driving sales of the PS5 Pro?
Exactly. Especially if there's a dedicated enhanced version of the game.
Right. And if Xbox doesn't release a competitor to the PS5 Pro, Sony could have a serious advantage in the console wars.
It's wild to think that a game could have that much real-world power.
It really is. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have a lot of unanswered questions.
Oh yeah, tons. We're still over a year away from release, and Rockstar loves to keep things under wraps.
They do. But that's part of the fun, right? The anticipation, the speculation, the slow drip feed of information.
It keeps us on the edge of our seats.
And keeps us coming back for more.
Which is exactly what we're doing right now. But we can't ignore the elephant in the room. That massive gameplay leak.
Oh yeah, that was huge.
Yeah.
Sent shockwaves through the entire gaming community.
Hours of early development footage just leaked out there for everyone to see. Unfinished gameplay, character models, even snippets of the story.
It was a PR disaster for Rockstar, no doubt about it. And it sparked a lot of debate about game development, security, the ethics of leaking information.
It did. But to their credit, Rockstar addressed it head on.
They did. Confirmed the leak was real, but assured fans that it wouldn't impact the game's development or release schedule.
And surprisingly, it doesn't seem to have hurt the hype at all.
If anything, it's just made people more excited. It's like they got a taste of what's to come, and now they're craving more.
Exactly. It's a testament to the power of the GTA brand.
Yeah.
People are hungry for anything related to this game.
And let's not forget the legal side of things. Rockstar is going after the people responsible for the leak.
Oh yeah, big time. Which could set a precedent for how these kinds of leaks are handled in the future.
Definitely. It's a whole other story in itself.
It is. But for now, let's get back to the game itself. We've talked about the setting, the characters, this idea of an evolving world. But what about the gameplay? The actual nuts and bolts of what we'll be doing in the game.
That's the big question, isn't it? What innovations are they cooking up? What surprises do they have in store for us?
The leaked footage gave us a few hints.
But it's hard to draw any real conclusions from unfinished gameplay.
True. But we know driving and shooting will still be core elements. How will they be refined, though? Enhanced.
Will there be new vehicle types? More realistic physics?
A wider variety of weapons. More dynamic combat.
And what about the open world activities? Will we see a return of mini-games like golf and tennis? Or will there be entirely new ways to interact with the world?
I'm hoping for more elaborate heists. Maybe even some kind of co-op mode where you can team up with friends to pull off crazy robberies.
Oh man, that would be amazing. Especially with the whole dual protagonist thing.
Right, you and your buddy each controlling one of the characters, working together to achieve your criminal master plan.
You can imagine the online possibilities.
Yeah.
A constantly evolving world with new content being added all the time.
It could completely change the online gaming landscape.
It really could. But for now, we can only dream and speculate.
That's part of the fun, though, isn't it? The anticipation, the mystery, the endless possibilities.
It's all part of the GTA experience.
And with GTA 6, it feels like that experience is going to be bigger and bolder than ever before.
I have a feeling you're right.
Oh.
Oh, without a doubt. Feels like they're really trying to capture something special with this one.
I think so, too. I mean, Rockstar has this way of creating these worlds that just suck you in.
And they resonate with people on such a deep level.
They do.
And I think GTA 6 has the potential to be even more impactful than anything they've done before.
I agree.
But how do you think it'll be received by, like, the mainstream audience? You know, GTA has always pushed boundaries.
Right.
With its satire, its social commentary.
Oh, absolutely. It's a franchise that people love to debate even if they've never touched a controller in their lives.
That's true. And with everything going on in the world today, you know, the social and political climate.
The tinderbox.
It is. I can't imagine GTA 6 not sparking conversations about all sorts of things like wealth inequality, the American dream, you name it.
Oh, it's going to be a lightning rod for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
So how do you think Rockstar will navigate all that? I mean, they've never shied away from controversy in the past.
No, they haven't. But will they lean in even further this time?
That's the big question, isn't it? Will they use the game to make a statement?
Right.
Or will they prioritize pure entertainment value.
It's a tricky balance to strike. It is. But I think they're capable of doing both.
I think so, too.
And remember, we're talking about a game that could potentially change over time.
Right.
What if they start introducing storylines or missions that reflect real-world events as they happen?
Whoa. That would be wild.
It would. It would be like a living, breathing commentary on the world around us.
I would blur the lines between fiction and reality in a way we've never seen before.
Exactly. Imagine a GTA 6 mission inspired by a major news headline.
Or a storyline that tackles a pressing social issue.
It would be risky, but it could also be incredibly powerful.
It could. They could use the game to raise awareness, spark debate, maybe even inspire change.
That's what I'm hoping for. But they'd have to be so careful, make sure they're not trivializing or exploiting sensitive situations.
Oh, for sure. And a tightrope walk.
It is. But I trust Rockstar to handle it with the intelligence and nuance it deserves.
I agree. They've proven time and again that they're not just game developers, they're storytellers.
Exactly.
They understand the power of this medium.
And they're not afraid to use it.
Not at all. They're innovators, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible in games.
And I think GTA 6 has the potential to be a truly groundbreaking moment, not just for Rockstar, but for the whole industry.
I think so, too.
So to recap, we've talked about the return to Vice City, these intriguing ghoul protagonists, the potential for an ever-evolving game world,
Right.
and the sheer level of anticipation that's building around this thing.
It's palpable.
It is. It's clear that Rockstar is swinging for the fences with this one.
Oh, yeah. They're not just iterating, they're innovating.
They're trying to create something that will redefine open-world gaming as we know it.
And we get to be along for the ride.
I know, right? It's a privilege. The wait might be long, but I have a feeling it's going to be worth it.
I think so, too.
The anticipation, the mystery, the endless possibilities.
It's all part of the magic of GTA.
It really is. And with GTA 6, I think we're about to witness something truly special.
It really does feel like we're on the cusp of something big.
Huge. And I'm curious, what do you think about the whole, GTA and controversy thing? Because it's always been there, right?
Oh, always. It comes with the territory. I mean,
Yeah.
You're talking about a game that pushes buttons, that satirizes society,
Right.
that makes people think, makes them uncomfortable sometimes.
Exactly. So how's GTA 6 going to play into that? Especially now. I mean, the world's a different place than it was even a few years ago.
It is. It's way more sensitive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how Rockstar handles that.
Yeah.
Will they tone it down or double down?
Or maybe they find a way to, be even more cutting edge while still being, entertaining.
Right. Because at the end of the day, it's still a game.
It is. But it's a game that has the potential to reach millions of people.
Absolutely.
And to spark real conversations about important issues.
Oh, for sure. It's a powerful platform. And with this whole idea of an evolving world, who knows? Maybe they'll even tackle current events as they happen.
Whoa. Now that would be next level.
It would.
Yeah.
Imagine a GPA mission ripped straight from the headlines.
That's kind of scary, but also kind of awesome.
It is, but it would be a huge responsibility.
Oh, massive. They'd have to get it just right.
Exactly. But I think they're up to the challenge.
I do too.
They've always been really good at walking that line between, entertainment and commentary.
Yeah.
And I think they'll find a way to do it again with GTA 6.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because if they can pull it off, it could be really special.
It could be groundbreaking, not just for Rockstar, but for the entire gaming industry.
So let's wrap this up. We've talked about a lot today. The return to Vice City, the possibility of dual protagonists, a world that keeps evolving.
And let's not forget the hype.
Oh, the hype is real. But at the end of the day, we have to remember that this is just the beginning. We're still over a year away from release, and there's so much we don't know.
True.
But that's okay. The anticipation is part of the fun.
Exactly.
And I have a feeling the wait is going to be worth it.
I think so, too.
Rockstar's got something special cooking. I can feel it.
I agree. This could be their biggest, most ambitious, most impactful game yet.
So there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into everything we know so far about GTA 6. We've analyzed the rumors, dissected the trailer, and explored the endless possibilities.
And we've only scratched the surface.
We have. But now it's your turn. What do you think GTA 6 will be like? Hit us up on social media and let us know your predictions, your hopes, your wildest dreams for this game.
We want to hear it all.
Because ultimately, the true experience of GTA 6 will unfold when we finally get our hands on it.
And until then, the speculation continues.
So stay tuned, keep those theories coming, and get ready for the ride of a lifetime.
Because GTA 6 is coming, and it's going to be huge.
See you next time.